Hello friends, Lee here from TableTop Oz. Thanks for joining me. In this video, I thought we could hang out and have a fun Ruby Twist sesh. Ruby Twist is a pretty fun ball vape. This one's an entry-level ball vape, and I know lots of people have this, and I know a lot of people are looking at it. So I figured it'd be a good day, Friday night, to pull this out, and we'll just have a little sesh, and I'll talk to you about kind of why I like this thing and what I think it's got going for it. And, what I'm doing with it. Because I can tell you what, I know a lot of people have asked me in the past, which ball vape is the hardest hitting? Is the Ruby Twist hard hitting? I think when it comes to ball vapes, for the most part, the hard hitting part is more about the how you use it than is it. Something like the Ruby Twist, if you use it the way I use it, I'm going to tell you what, it doesn't take more than a couple of bowls to feel like you've been smacked right upside the head on a Friday night, like big time. So I've made a couple of modifications to mine. I'm just going to talk about it and show you how I use it. That's it. We're going to do a fast, kind of a fast video with a couple of bowls and a good time. So let's get right in and let's talk about it. So here's the Ruby Twist up close. So why do I think, see, you can see here, I've done an all ball mod to mine. So I've removed the metal insert in the bottom. I did it for a hack just to see how it would go, and I liked it so much I left it that way. Why do I think this is such a great vape? And really this is kind of getting to the point because I just kind of segued instantly with this vaporizer as soon as I started to show it to you. This thing, you have the ability to modify it in a whole bunch of different ways, and that makes it a really super cool entry-level vape, right? If you're a real tinkerer and you want to play around with a vaporizer that has all kinds of potential to be used in all kinds of different ways, this one's a fun one for sure. And it's a real I would say, budget friendly as far as ball vapes is concerned. It's entry level, and I think it's more than fair for its price point, to be completely honest. So what I do is, like I said, I'm running it with all ruby beads in there. I've removed the metal insert. Now I have it sitting here with the injector pointing to the ceiling, and I'm going to take the titanium bowl. I put a heat sink on the titanium bowl just because I kind of like to make the handle longer. Actually, it doesn't really make all that much difference. But when I'm doing this is exactly the way I set it up. I put my grinder under the handle to hold it upright, and I heat the bowl just like this, for a minute or so before I start to rip on it. I have the power controller set at 555 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to have to play around. If you have the insert in yours, you're probably going to run a higher temperature to get this same effect, but you'll have to play around with it. The idea here is we want to really vape the weed, like really vape it out here. I'll just show you kind of, see the dry herb sitting on there. I've already actually started. I have a couple of bowls in. It's Friday. I couldn't help myself. So I started thinking about this Ruby Twist because I really like to pull it out and just turn the heat up. For the way I have this set up, running the temperature the way I have it is just running at a relatively high temperature with this. It feels like it anyway, because you'll see the vapor in just a second. But when you heat soak the bowl like this, oof, you get fast vapor, like instant vapor, and it's thick, and it's it's really, really hard hitting. I'm gonna also today, just for fun, it's Friday night, I'm making sure I'm vaping the hardest hitting thing I can think of. So I have fully decarbed weed that I'm vaping, that I've added terpenes to, and run it up to a pretty high terpene level. I don't know the exact percentage, but running far more than anything I'm gonna get in the dispensary. So the entourage effect is amplified that way. Plus everything is fully activated. I'm running the Ruby Twist at a high temperature, preheating the titanium bowl like this for a good minute, heat soak before I get into ripping on it. Like, this is what I'm doing, and then all of a sudden you get these crazy ass rips. Like, I'm telling you, I'm 2 in and I'm almost unable to do this video. I don't know what's gonna happen when I have the next 2. But we're gonna find out. That's the fun of a Friday night, right? Isn't that what we're here to do? Test some boundaries, have some fun. and play with some devices. Just kind of blow off the week, right? So I'm not going to put all that much in here. I'm just putting in about enough to cover the screen. And I'm trying to keep this together as much as I can. So I'm going to put it right in there. And then I'm going to get my dry herb. Drop it in and then just put it back down. So I'm not really losing any of the heat out of the bowl. I'm going to let that sit together for about 10 seconds. And then I'm just going to rip this one and done style. And you're going to see in this Galaxy Black tabletop bong, you're going to see how thick and fast this vapor is. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Those are crazy, crazy rips. You can see that vapes that out completely. Hitting the decarbed weed in small amounts like this on high temperatures, depending on the terpene profiles or terpene profile you add to the weed, right? You can really kind of embellish any aspect of it, but when you do that, you need to stay in the same family of plant that it was in the first place. So I'm running a sativa plant, and I've added a fairly good amount of limonene, pinene, and a little bit of beta-caryophyllene to this, so it's really amplifying the effect. And I mean, it's crazy what you can do with the plant when you start playing around with it. That's for sure. Stoner science, right? You gotta love it. So then when you get it, you know, set up like this, and then you start dropping it in something like this preheated bowl with the Ruby Twist, the results are absolute insanity. So when it comes right down to it, what vape hits the hardest? It depends how you use it. We'll hit this one more time. Cheers. What a fun experience. The Ruby Twist, definitely one of those vaporizers that is worth every penny. All right, my friends, that's it. It was just fun to hang out. I know lots of you guys have the Ruby Twist out there, and I know lots of you are looking at it, so it definitely felt like a good time to have a fun session, just chat about it. All right, until next time, take care.